Hello everybody and welcome to video number 4 in our Walt Disney World Resort Overview series. Jess here and I'm so happy to have you back. If you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the upcoming resort coverage and other activities we have lined up. Pop Century is another value resort that offers a good bang for your buck. You're going to have your bus transportation just to your left of the main entrance area. However, unlike the All-Stars, we have an alternative transportation option. Disney's Skyliner puts those 3 other value resorts at a disadvantage. From here and Art of Animation, we have access to a second mode of transportation outside of a taxi or rideshare option. And of course, to access the Skyliner, you have to go on past the pool area, which we'll get to, but I wanted to show you guys this first. Some people are a little nervous about it, but I'll be honest, my family and I make it a point to go out of our way to get in at least one Skyliner ride per Disney trip. It's an enjoyable experience in and of itself. Plus, this gives you easy access to the back of Disney's Epcot Park, to Hollywood Studios, as well as the Boardwalk Resorts, dining, and shopping. The theming at this resort is all about living through the decades, and boy, do they deliver. As with every other resort, you'll be greeted with luggage services. If you need to drop your luggage off before you're able to check in, or you have plans before your transportation's due to pick you up for your return flight, Disney's Luggage Services has got you covered. The start of our tour overview brings us directly to the check-in area. There's a separate area for the kids to let loose a little bit while the adults get checked in. If you haven't already taken advantage of mobile check-in, of course. The absolute best part about the hallways here is that you're going to come across these phenomenal time capsule frames. The detail put into each and every one is absolutely remarkable. Just looking through these, regardless of what decade you grew up in, you'll get nostalgic. It really speaks to most generations alive today, and it's absolutely something you should take the time to slowly take in and just enjoy. There are news articles, books, magazines, toys, board games, video games, cassette tapes, and so much more to just absorb. And absorb you will. It's a complete collection of nostalgia for you to soak right up. Everything Pop is going to be your resort gift shop, where anything you need is at your fingertips. From the latest in Disney trends, which at the time of this recording happens to be Disney 100, to flashy mugs and essentials. Swimwear, t-shirts, the famous cult favorite Spirit jerseys, and so much more. Right through the gift shop, you'll find the food court. They have a large grab-and-go cafeteria-style food court here. There's plenty of options to choose from breakfast to dinner and desserts as well. With plenty of seating options, you're sure to find a spot to enjoy your meal. Perfectly named Fast Forward Arcade will fill a hole in the gaming lover's heart. Just like the other value resorts, it's decent sized with a variety of game types. As you step out of the cafeteria side of the building, you're greeted with so much to look at. A nod to each decade featured here is on the back side of the building, and when you turn back around to view the pool, you've got flower power in your face. Buildings 4 and 5 here are the 60s. Conveniently located just by the Hippy Dippy pool, which is also shaped like a flower. You'll find Petals Pool Bar and get to experience movies under the stars here at 7:30 every night. This is the spot to be if central location is important to you. Buildings 1, 3, 4, 5, or 10 are going to be your preferred category rooms. This will keep you close to food, transportation, and the main pool, with the least amount of walking. There's so much to look at here with the vibrant colors, large props, and of course the theming. The little kiddie splash pad area is always a hit with the kiddos. The tribute to Baloo and Mowgli is one of my favorite parts at this resort. Now I need to go watch The Jungle Book. Bank right out of the 60s section and you'll end up heading towards the 50s. Where buildings 1, 2, and 3 are located. Lady, from Disney's popular 1955 movie release, makes a striking appearance and stands guard, ready to welcome guests. This section is also home to the bowling pool. This fun spot has a pool shaped like a bowling pin. It's nice and long with plenty of length to get your laps in. We already saw a lady. Let's not forget everyone's favorite tramp. Situated opposite his sweetheart, he makes for a striking feature to this fun spot. Right here by Surfer Goofy, you can roast marshmallows and enjoy campfire activities from 5:30 to 6:30 every night. We are on the move and headed back towards the 60s section. And if you go just past it, you'll end up in the 70s, where you'll find buildings 6 and 10. There are plenty of Twister Games sections to take advantage of, which can be a ton of fun and lots of laughs for the kids and adults. Okay, so my favorite part of this resort is how they make you part of this enormous foosball game. It's almost like getting shrunk down by Wayne Slazinski's shrink ray machine. And let's not overlook the big wheel, which is pretty cool all by itself. All throughout the resort, you'll see these giant fact sheet signs, which are really fun and educational. As we make our way towards the 80s and 90s section, you'll stumble across Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. These two make for such a fun photo op. Buildings 7 and 9 are in the 80s section. Speaking of 80s, where are all my Roger Rabbit fans at? The main character of this classic 1988 film is massive. The computer pool is the third and final pool in this resort property. It separates out the 80s and 90s building, which is most fitting. Opposite Roger Rabbit is, I'm pretty sure, the world's largest Walkman. It makes for quite a striking sight. Building 8 is home to the 90s. This fun spot has laptops, roller skates, and CDs galore. This brings us to the end of Pop Century. Hopefully you enjoyed scoping out this fun, nostalgic resort with me. If you did, be sure to hit that like and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. It not only means the world to me, but it ensures you'll stay up to date and get notified for every new video we have coming out. Up next is Art of Animation, which will conclude the value resorts, meaning we're going to dive into Disney's moderate category. As always, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Travel Pixie Style.